Welcome back to Awkward Chats. Because we're awkward.
And that's what we're talking about. And this month we'll be talking about traveling, our legit holiday.
And where we're going next year. Or this year, however you want to look at it.
In 2023.
So let's get off. Let's get awkward.
So speaking of that, what are you thinking about for resolutions for the new year?
Well, for next year, there's a lot of big ideas and goals and plans. So I think one of the biggest things is to get us off of Patreon and onto our own website. And it'll just be simple to start off with. It'll hopefully be a place where we can post our videos and like a little blog to go with it. And then hopefully have a secondary space for the podcast to go up. So if you want to check out the podcast a week earlier or however else we decide to set it up, you can go to the website, and then maybe eventually we'll get merch and stuff on there like down the road. But the main thing is so that we can have like a hub for people to like go to see our stuff.
Yeah, one of our issues that we're finding with Patreon is that it's a $3 minimum.
Yeah.
Right? And we can't also give people free memberships, so we can't actually gift them to people or anything. So like our loyal fans who have been watching us and watching all of our stuff, we can't actually do that. So to sort of get around that, we're thinking about doing it with the web page. And that's the same struggle we're having with the podcast. We just haven't uploaded them to a general server, which you have to do, which then uploads them to like Apple Podcasts and stuff like that. So, excuse me, we're still working on that.
Yeah, so hopefully the website will be something we launch next year. And then 2, we're hoping to, once we move, I think the big plan is going to be once we get into our new space, is to establish the podcast studio, or at least most of the equipment that's going to go into the podcast studio, and really start honing that in more and making more curated content, because we have like a couple different podcast ideas of different stuff that we want to kind of throw out there and see if anybody else is interested in talking about the same stuff that we talk about while we're just sitting on our couch. So that is hopefully to come down the pipeline probably about around the summer. I think summer is probably a good time to give a date for when our stuff should be ready to go.
Yeah, we might get the mics and stuff prior to moving, but we're not planning on doing any of the big things until moving. We're trying to figure out if we're going to put a table in our spare room right now and just podcast from there with some slight alterations, or if we just wait altogether. But we were thinking about podcasting from the road, so there's a couple different avenues that we are still sort of working through with how we want to approach this and how we want to definitely strengthen the podcast.
But I'm glad we started last year. Like, it kind of gave us a starting point of like, let's just sit down and start talking and seeing what happens from that. So, another goal for me, other than just being consistent, I just need to be more consistent. And again, I'm hoping like as things start to balance out with my new career stuff that's going on, that I will gain back the time that I have lost working so much. Yeah. So, and hopefully taking that time and putting it back into the channel and the podcast and the website. So
yeah,
that's the goal. And then get healthier. What about you?
Well, I think one of the big things is keep doing what we're doing. I'm hoping to put the 3 videos out a week or whatever we decide on. We actually go to a tax person this week, so we'll be talking about that probably in the next podcast, how that all shakes out, and talking about what we should do with the channel and how much we should push it further, or do we pull back on it for a little bit, or how we approach that until we sort of get to those key markers that we've been trying to get to, which is the 1,000 subscribers, and we're about halfway there, which is great, but you know, it takes so long sometimes. And then I still want to get healthier. I would like to actually scale Lone Mountain this year. That's one of our goals, is to get up Lone Mountain. There's also a mountain in Arizona that we're going to try to climb too, which apparently they do with the Arizona State University. Apparently that's one of their climbs that they do every year.
Yeah.
I don't plan on doing it at night, but we still would like to do it.
Yeah, I don't think it doesn't look like too bad of a hike, but we definitely don't want to do it in the summer. So we might try this trip. Who knows?
So then we also want to get to Mount Charleston sometime next year. That's one of our sort of areas
Yep.
around Vegas we definitely want to hit. I'd like to finish all the attractions on the Strip. We're pretty close as it is now. We've tried most of the attractions on the Strip at this point. There's
Yep.
just a couple places left to visit, so I'd like to finish those off this year. And then really beyond the channel stuff,
More staycations.
Yeah, more staycations, but also finish writing my second book, work on getting my first book out, so those two things are sort of my sort of personal goals that I have right now for that. And then honestly trying to see if I can find a job or something that actually pays decently, because in Las Vegas, they don't pay very well with what I do.
They don't. They really, really don't.
So figuring that out. So those are kind of my big sort of goals for next year. Most of them focus on the channel because that's where I'm spending a lot of my time right now.
Which I appreciate.
So, and we've got some stickers and stuff just went on sale on Sticker Mule, so we'll probably heading over there and making some more our holographic stickers that we love.
Yep. Maybe we'll put those up on the website.
Yeah, well, our goal is I would like to be able to have something that you can send like a self-addressed stamped envelope, and we'll send you some stickers and stuff for free, and basically all you're paying for is your own postage.
Yep.
So that's sort of my goal. We need to get a P.O. box first, but now that we have a business, now we can get a P.O. box. So it's kind of like rolling into those pieces right now.
It's a very slow
Yes.
walk getting to where you need to go. And this last year was crazy hectic, and it's feeling a little better moving into the new year, but there's still so much we need to do.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. We're getting there. Slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, we're getting there.
One day.
One day. So, of course, thank the audience for sticking with us this year. You've gotten through our
Crazy.
first year of podcast, really. I mean, technically we started last December, so we're a year in a podcast.
But still, it's been a year of you guys listening to our stuff and listening to us ramble and finding our voice, which I think we're still trying to hash out like what we want to put on here all together. But I think once we really kind of establish our space, I think it'll all just start to come together even more.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. We're having good growth on YouTube. We're having good growth on our other social media. We're a little stagnant when it comes to Patreon, but honestly, we don't really care for the platform and are planning on getting rid of it anyways. So
Yeah, it just wasn't quite what we wanted it to be, and I can see why other creators have left it.
yeah.
So thank you for sticking around.
Thank you for sticking around. So anything else that you're looking forward to next year you want to talk about?
Hopefully next year we're going to plan some trips. We want to take some trips with Gary's dad, potentially an upstate New York trip for sure. I would love to go see Niagara Falls and just kind of go do that stuff. And then I think subsequently we talked about going to Chicago and going to Wrigley Field and maybe the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, like those kinds of things. I would love to go to Hawaii. It's something I say every year. I want to go to Hawaii. One day I will make it happen.
Yeah, we got some bills to pay off though. Good old student loans and shit that we're trying to get rid of.
And then outside of that, just having fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next year. See what we get into. We've got a couple trips already planned work-wise. And then we'll be all around the place.
Yeah. And then we like to collect stickers and postcards and stuff everywhere we go. So hopefully we can get that established where you guys can send us the postage and we will send you back something fun.
Yeah, something fun.
It'll be a surprise. But I guess that wraps it up for this year.
Yeah, so if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to hit that like button.
Hit that subscribe button.
And ring that notification bell so you get notified when we're doing at least 3 videos a week.
And we'll come get you guys for the next one.
And for those listening to us on our podcast, we love you all. Thank you for taking along this year, and we'll See you next month.
in the next one.
Come get awkward with us again.
Bye.
Bye.